When I woke up this morning, found everything in place. The birds were singing pretty songs, the sun kissed me on my face. It feels so good to be alive, it feels so good to see the light. I got this sudden feeling like now's the time to start. I got a big idea in my head, I got a dream down in my heart. And I'm praying that you'll help me now, I'm praying that you'll show me how.
Bring it here. I'm trying to do YouTube. I'll throw it, but you gotta bring it here first. The people are waiting. Bring it here. Go boy, out. Yes, Stuffs still lives. No, that title is not clickbait. No, that title is not a question and then like for the winter. No, that title is legit. Is this the last week in the teardrop? Always. Let me turn this sound off and let me catch you up to where my head is, what our plans are based on the title. So it is no surprise, Fiends and I absolutely thrived being on the road. If you look at all the photos of the moments that have mattered to us, we absolutely fell in love with road life. We thrived. Both of us just excelled and we're happier than I think we've ever been. I found community and friends and contentment that I didn't actually know was possible. And I owe it to this rig. This rig was and is the perfect starter rig for temporary life on the road for me. And if y'all didn't figure that out by that word, temporary, Fiends and I are going full time. So I'm gonna get so emotional and I don't mean to, but I feel so grateful that this rig opened the door for me to even know that was a possibility, to gain the confidence in towing and living on the road. And I've never been happier, neither has Fiends. But the truth of the matter is this is still camping. And let me put this blanket statement out there. This next statement is about me. It is about Fiends. It is about my work. It is about my life and about my dog. There are lots of people who live full-time in rigs like this or smaller, and that works for them, that we only see bits of their life. We really don't know what their day-to-day is. But for my day-to-day, for my dog, for my necklaces that are always backwards in every shot, this rig isn't appropriate for full-time life. And let me explain that while we play fetch with Stuffs. That was actually just a little segue because I needed to get my tears under control because I'm very emotional. And I'm sorry for the road noise. I think everybody and their mother has already started the migration south to Arizona for the fall and winter, and it is packed up here. So I am way closer to the road than I would normally be. Let me move you again because the sun is in my eyes. That is better. Now let's talk about next steps, what's changing for us, and why this rig doesn't work for me personally full time. And when I disappear out of frame occasionally, it's because I'm grabbing Stuffs to throw Stuffs. Life with Feeny, y'all. So for me, for my lifestyle, the fact that I work a corporate 8 to 5, I need a mini apartment on wheels. This was great temporarily, and I would continue to keep this if I was going to be doing just a couple months at a time because it was okay, you know, but full time, I can't be getting up every 10 minutes when it's raining and dumping the rain off the awning, or dealing with freezing every morning because it's super cold and I'm working outside, or if Feeny is scared of something or cold or wants to be inside, he only has a bed to go lay on. He doesn't have a space. And especially with an aging dog, it is my honor and privilege to care for him. And I think to care for him in the best way possible, I cannot consider this a full-time home for us. I am actually getting rid of my house. So whatever I will take on the road is going to be our mini apartment on wheels. And sadly, the teardrop doesn't cut it. So let me, I guess, tell you what I'm gonna be looking for and what I'm gonna be trading out. Guess he didn't want stuff thrown. So what I am going to be looking for is still a towable. I know so many of you joined because of the teardrop, and I'm still going relatively small, and I'm still gonna be towing, but the micro portion of this, it's too small for us. So I'm gonna be looking for up to a 20-foot travel trailer. Yes, we're gonna be upgrading the beloved Subaru Crosstrek as well. So I'm gonna be a truck girly. From all of the things I've read and kind of logic, it makes sense to pick the travel trailer first and then the truck, just so that I have the proper tow capacity. Obviously, I am looking for something with AC and heat so that Phoenix and I can be more comfortable full time. I'm looking for an indoor shower so I'm not showering literally in the dirt, and so that I can actually get clean, feel clean, because I don't know, like, it's fine temporarily, but for instance, this week I'm in a really dusty place, and even though I took a shower yesterday, I am so gross again. And I just struggle like feeling the best about myself when I'm going to work and I'm just dirty and covered in mosquito bites. So again, this is very much camping, where if I'm living on the road, I very much need a home on wheels. So I'm looking for a shower, and I really want a dry bath. In the travel trailer, I'm looking for a bed that is made, and I don't have to use my bed. So bed that's like its own bed, there we go, that makes more sense. And then a dinette so that I don't have to use my bed for everything. Like, it's really windy today, so I might have to take some calls in the camper, and that's a little harder when you're just hanging out in your bed all the time. And then obviously I'm just gonna be looking for more storage. Right now I use the back of my Subaru quite a bit to have everything. So I'm looking forward to having like an indoor space where I can store things, I can keep more clothes. I'm not constantly just living in t-shirts and yoga clothes because I'm outdoors and dirty all the time. So I want a lot of natural light. That's really important to me. And this is gonna surprise people based on what I'm saying, but I wanna go smaller than I think I need, because I do still want to force the outdoors. I want to force not being inside. I think sometimes, like with the bigger RVs, people never leave them because they're just like so comfortable. So I want it to be a little tight for us. So 20 foot's kind of the max I want to go, because I want it to be comfortable for that inclement weather I talked about, the cold, the rain, the wind. If Feeney's not feeling well, if I'm not feeling well, we have a nice cozy space, but at the same time, it's not so big that we're like living in a mansion on the road and we never leave. Because the whole point that I've loved about this lifestyle, not all of it, but not the whole thing, I guess. Words, y'all, words, is that I'm outdoors more. So for me, I still kind of want to force that with a little discomfort. So what is next for this channel and for Fiends and I? Well, the drop is officially up for sale. Part of me, because I love it so much, is like, well, if it doesn't sell, I'll just keep it in storage and then I'll have both. But that's kind of fiscally irresponsible, and I don't need that. And part of like the beauty of doing this is I'm also, sir, well, give it to me. If only you guys could see, he's like playing keep away. Ha. Part of what I'm also gonna be loving about this is like not having a mortgage or rent, or, you know, being able to save more because I'm living simply, because like you don't spend much when you don't have a place to store it. You don't buy stupid stuff off of Amazon. Stuffs is never stupid. So, God, this is all over the place. I love anybody who has hung out with us. Thank you. Thank you very much. So what is next? What is next? I will officially be out of my home. Yeah, this is already This started in June, y'all. Like, I fell in love with road life quick. So we've been moving. Friends and family are like thumbs up. Employers like thumbs up. Everybody has given me the go. So it's go time. So I will be out of my house December 31st, probably actually a couple days earlier than that, so that like everybody can clean and do those things. But officially out December 31st, and we will start full-time road life in whatever rig we have. If we don't have a rig, we'll do Airbnbs. You know, we'll be flexible. But currently right now, I am working on purging, downsizing my house, like all of my stuff, and searching for the appropriate rig and the appropriate truck to tow the rig. Right now, I do have favorites. But we'll bring you along as we continue to go look at campers, sharing what we're looking at, what works for us, what doesn't work for us. I'd love some comments down below if you guys have any ideas or rigs that you like or campers that you like. And I really hope those who came along for the tiny lifestyle of the teardrop stick around, because we're gonna have so many fun adventures. I will be in Arizona for the winter, staying by friends and family. We have some big events that are happening in the early part of the year that I will stay here for. And then the goal, Lord willing, because I always say that, is that we will start through Southern California, head up the California coast, into the Pacific Northwest. Stops might go to Canada, and then we'll come down into Montana, and then finally finish up in Colorado. And each year our plan is to spend winter in Arizona. I'm still an Arizona girl. I still have friends and family here. They still mean so much to me, and I love the desert in the winter. So that will kind of be our plan, is to use this as a home base. But I'm also using this experience and this next year or two traveling on the road to find where I really belong, to find a small mountain town, a community, the place where I want to purchase land and settle down. So that's kind of part of this as well, like not only to be a nomad, but to figure out where I want to land and where I want Fiends to grow old at. Although he's gonna grow old on the road too. I always forget that he's almost 9. I try to forget that actually. But anywho, if you hung around this far, thank you. I don't know if this video is going to make any sense because I'm emotionally just all over the place. And yeah, I guess I didn't realize I was going to be so emotionally over the place, so I probably should have created a script. But y'all are used to me by now. And I love you guys. I love every one of you who subscribes and has been a part of the journey and who has supported us. And I can't wait to take you along on the adventure of a lifetime. As all of my friends and family said when I was like, hey, what do you think about me moving into a camper full time? They're like, oh, yep, that's a natural progression. Like, we were kind of waiting for that. So it's just kind of a natural progression of who I am, of who Feedy is. And oh my gosh, we cannot wait to explore the US and to do life full time on the road, working, adventuring, and kind of just doing it a little bit more comfortably, a little less camping, a little more glamping. Yeah, a new tiny home on wheels. So anywho, that's the update. We're gonna keep bringing you along because you know that's what I do. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next adventure, wherever the road may take us. And it might take us into the teardrop again. I don't know how long it's gonna sell, but for now, we're gonna treat this as a goodbye.